I'm humbled, but I'm a little overwhelmed at the honor. In a certain sense, honoring for what I do is kind of like honoring a pig for rolling in the mud. Because I just love it. There's nothing else that I would rather do. Working with these kids who are stricken by cancer, to me is a joy. I know a lot of you have met these kids. Some of them are here today. And you think during treatments they might be sickly or wallowing in their own pity, and that's the furthest thing from the truth. They're active, happy, full of life. They may be struggling for their lives, but they're still kids, and they want to do what kids do. They want to play, they want to color, they want to pretend. They're in the hospital making plays. They're in the hospital playing with each other. You'll see kids go from room to room. This is what they do. I remember a number of years ago, I had this one kid who was 6. I was talking with his father outside the room. And his father was recapping, how he was diagnosed and what happened, and he started tearing up again. And the 6-year-old just said, "Dad, you told me we were going to the zoo. We're going to the zoo. You can cry later. We're going to the zoo." And we laughed, and he was right. They have their priorities. They know what they want to do. And what they want to do is they want to live like kids. I get to participate in that every day. I get to join in with that. I get to know these kids, and they in turn enrich my life. The families who are touched by childhood cancer, well, they grow. They grow in ways that they never imagined, ways that you've never imagined. But having a child with cancer brings families together, makes them stronger. It's not an easy path. They ride a lot of emotions up and down. There are good days, there are bad days. But we all get through it together. And every day when I go to work, I get to participate in this. I get to be part of those families. What I found over the years is that it's the relationships that you make that enrich your life. And shared experiences that you have make those relationships profound. And I have many profound relationships with all of our families. I get to guide them through the therapy, through the good times, sometimes through the bad times. They get to guide me as well. And I take leads from them. And together there's this dance that we have of getting through the therapy together, getting to the other side. The other side, for most of these families, is a cure. We cure over 80% of the kids with cancer. It doesn't lessen any of the fear that parents face when they have the diagnosis. We have some kids, the cure rates are over 90%, and they're just as afraid. And we don't cure everyone. For those kids that we don't cure, it's a different walk that I have with them. At the end of life, there is an opportunity that we don't have in most everyday life. We don't think about it, we don't want to think about it, but there are times when you take that walk, and if the family is open to it and ready, they grow dramatically from it. And there are times when it's these families that, for me, give me the most satisfaction. That I can walk with a family who's about to lose a child and have them come away from the experience devastated, of course, but where they have grown and where they have felt that their life with this child has enriched it so much that even in death they are grateful. Then there's also the mundane aspects. The other kids still want your attention. There are bills to be paid. There are other financial pressures that these families fear. There's always the undercurrent of fear of, will my child make it? But the parents have to juggle all of that. I can help a great deal. I can provide treatment. I can provide emotional support. I can keep the kids' spirits up when they need it. I have shoulders that they can cry on. But I can't do it alone. I have an excellent nursing staff, dedicated social worker. I have office staff who can juggle scans and appointments like nobody's business. I have a whole team available to me at the hospital. Physical therapy, occupational therapy, nutrition, pharmacy, you name it. They're there. We have one of the best pediatric intensive care units around. Without them, I couldn't do any of what I do here. I have my own family. I have my wife and my children who, for me, are a source of joy and support so that I can keep doing this every day. And then there's people like you. People who support the Teddy Bear Cancer Foundation. People at Teddy Bear who won't let financial problems or transportation problems or a score of other annoying issues that these families must face get in the way of parents caring for their sick children. And that's how it started. Nobody should lose their house because they're caring for someone with cancer. No one should have to worry about their bills that they forgot because they're too busy in the hospital or because something else happened. And that's where you come in. Nowadays, Teddy Bear does more than just that. They don't just take care of bills. They take care of everyday drudgery the way they always did. But now, there's extra. They add sparkle to these kids' lives. We had a kid who spent his birthday in the hospital. Teddy Bear came in and transformed that room into a little party den. He was expecting a crummy birthday in a hospital room, and you, where are you? You came in and made it happen. I've seen kids meet their dream heroes. People we don't know, Justin Bieber, for anyone who has kids. Our kids have met him because of you. And their faces light up because of that. I've seen you brighten dark days for families. And I've seen you give back to people who need so much. So really, I'd like to honor you. I'd like to thank you for your generosity and your kindness that help me do what I do and help all of my families recover and live better lives.